Gangstas and ganglets. It is Jack Swan, joined by Rusty of Mister's Abode, and I'm driving currently to visit my friend who's in prison right now. Yes, there's a doctor in existence who has a few friends in prison. This guy is actually just like a gem of a human being for me. He donated most of his furniture and what he had at the time to me when he had nothing because he was going to prison. And he's like, my kids don't need them. They're going to college and they're going to live in dorms, so you can just have my furniture. And he let me pick out whatever I wanted. And man, do I love this man. He's a God-fearing dude. And
in 2 miles, use the right 2 lanes to take exit 148 for I-68 East toward Cumberland.
Okay, Cumberland. Hopefully everyone got that. But I'm just so grateful to have this guy in my life. His name is Gahad. He's stuck in West Virginia, and he's been down in the dumps as of late. So I'm going to visit him because I've been up. I've been feeling well, feeling like I want to share the energy with the world while I have it, because I know what it's like being down in the dumps. Rusty doesn't. Rusty he's just always the mister. He's always gonna be so positive. Look at you, mister. He thinks that he's like I'm talking to people or something, and I'm going super fast. Whoops. So I'm going to visit him.
In a half mile, use the right 2 lanes to take exit 148 for I-68 East toward Cumberland.
Cumberland, everyone. Whoever wants to join. It's beautiful here. And a lot of naked trees, but
use the right 2 lanes to
it's
take
hill
exit
country.
148.
Oh, Cumberland! Straight ahead! Aye, aye, Captain. Cumberland it is. I have all of my
Continue on I-68 East for 1.5 miles.
So the funny thing about this story is I was supposed to see this dude for Thanksgiving. I took off from my home where I conduct my work, and I packed up all my work stuff, and I made sure that everything was perfect and that I was going to see Gahad, and he wasn't going to be alone for Thanksgiving. Because, I spend Thanksgiving with my family every year, and he's away from his family, and I mean, you don't know sorrow until you've experienced it, but you can relate to it.
In a half mile, take exit 1 for US 119 toward University Avenue, downtown.
I'm about to just to this whoever. Let me just. Yeah, she went bye.
Take exit 1.
Oh, she's back. She made it. Okay, well, I'm taking exit 1. So, I didn't.
In a quarter mile, turn left onto US 119 North.
I have to pull over or something to make this just less frustrating. These emotions that we experience and how we
turn left onto US 119 North.
Deal with them. As you see, I'm so frustrated that this lady, after I closed down the app, I closed it down. How did she sneak in? Aha! Alright, I got her. There was another Google Maps app that was open. But going to visit Gahad and sit with him, and he's been down in the dumps, and I was saying how, you may not have been down in the dumps recently, but you can certainly relate to it. I mean, you can just think of a small, simple disappointment that you've had that made you nauseous, or just weak, low in energy. Take yourself back to that time. Do some meditation practice and and realize that that is what sorrow and pain of other people is in the world, and people are experiencing that on a day-to-day basis, and they can't get out of bed, and we can, and that's something to be grateful for. Now I realize that it took going through all of that pain to actually realize that, and to the point where I told my entire family I can't spend Thanksgiving with you because I'm like, I can't deal with this dude being in pain. Like, he's given me so much to be grateful for, and I am grateful for. And I'm gonna tell him that. I wrote him 2 very long letters on construction paper. I'm also bringing my medical license so that, you know, if they ask questions of why I'm bringing in all these papers, I'll just be like, oh, and I'm bringing in a stethoscope as well because I'd like to check the patient's lungs. He has a smoking history, so, oh man, I can't wait to see the fur ball. He's so furry. And he really was like a father figure to me when I was just integrating myself into the Middle Eastern community. Him, along with like a couple of other people, just randomly came into my life. But I don't believe in random coincidence anymore. Like, now I know better that nothing is coincidence, and that everything is part of God's plan. And God does have a plan. When we try and take control of that and take that away from Him, I mean, maybe sometimes it goes right, and God allows it to go right, but it's still, you know, His plan. He's all-knowing. We can't even understand or fathom or like place like what that would actually mean for a human being to experience, or a dog. Right, mister? He's got his Christmas sweater on. Who did that? That was me. Here's Greenbag Road. Yes, we've reached him. So I'm just getting to where Gahad is being held, and I am just can't wait to see this guy, give him a humongous hug, and give him all these presents, which probably nobody considers presents but me, because they're just a bunch of pieces of paper. But to me, they're just like either liquid or paper gold, I guess you could equate it to in my mind, or some kind of currency that would be good at your local Giant Eagle, which is apparently the supermarket that they have here. Giant Eagle grocery store. Step right up at Mountaineer Mall. We're having fun. Rusty went for a little nature hike earlier. I did some journaling. We went an hour and a half out of our way because, I don't know, sometimes this is not the first time this has happened to me, but I click on the directions that are given to me, and it pulls up Google Maps, and then it may be like something that I'd searched before, or I was looking up Airbnb locations, and I think it just kicked me over to like one of the Airbnb locations, but it was an hour and a half out of the way from here, where we are now in West Virginia. Oh, beautiful. We're at a park. Or just kidding, it's not a park, it's a prison. Oh my goodness. Okay, I am pulling in, so everybody be cool, because Rusty thinks this is a dog park, and it's not. This is not the dog park that you want to go to. And unfortunately, you know, we're just incarcerating way too many individuals in America for crimes that, frankly, they're not doing any good for the criminals in our country, if you want to consider them criminals. If you wanted to see them as patients or as people in need of help, like I now do, then you'd try and purpose helping them, like Rusty's trying to do by whining all the time. And I'm working on not being frustrated with him or the lady on the navigation, because I've been doing a lot of mindful meditation, which allows me to think about everything that I'm experiencing, every sense of my surroundings, and just how I'm taking in my environment, and then take myself back to certain emotions that I've experienced, like, anger, fear, worry, anxiety, depression, sadness, loneliness, patience, perseverance, resilience. Those last couple are the ones that we aim for. And the one that I try and carry into any video or any interaction with another human now is love. Because what does love feel like? It's all encompassing, it's all fulfillment, and it's just beautiful. It's something that really is, you can't replicate it. And where does it come from? I believe it comes from God. I don't know how we could create enough love to cure the world of hate, but it starts with one person. So hopefully that's you joining me today. If not, more power to ya. I will just be loving people with Rusty. He always has the best punchlines. And I am gonna go give this big old dude, I'm sure he's fat now, big hug for just what an incredible, awesome friend he has been to me. And he supplied a lot for my house, and he just gave unexpectedly. And I'm just here to let him know that he is worth missing 100 Thanksgivings for. He is, we're never gonna be out of debt from love for each other, and especially, if we accept that Christ paid the ultimate sacrifice by taking on the sins of the world and showing us love with an unimaginable amount of courage and strength that he must have had in doing that, for his Father, our Father. This is another topic, and I'll probably just make a different video because this is dragging on, but I've been talking about these books that I'm making, and I am making books. One is on my therapy model, which is the goal-directed cognitive behavioral therapy model, that I think that I'm clicking with like a lot of the top research that's kind of out there for medicine. It's really on lifestyle modification, dietary needs being met, and reduction in certain processed foods from certain agencies, one in particular who has crashed my computer twice, so I won't mention it here. I don't harbor hate. I think that it's toxic. All I can do is love, and I'd encourage you to kind of take that if you're feeling sadness today or grief, like I'm sure Gahad is right now in prison, or the dog park, as Rusty likes to think of it. Rusty. Hello, mister. You heard it here first. I'll make another video just kind of asking for your opinion to comment on how you would prioritize all of these projects that I kind of have going on at once, because it really has been like a culmination of everything, every piece of research and every video, everything on YouTube, everything that I've like, it's like, it like feels like my life's work. I'm like, no, like those papers are in specific order. And they're everywhere, just like tossed around my basement, but specific order. But yeah, I've got 3 books, one on that therapy model, one is this course through Airbnb. I'm creating like a book outline model of it. It's like a workbook to go through and make sure that you have all the different steps and how I would go through everything with the Airbnb process again if I could, because Airbnb is a tool to build community, and community is so important. We're learning just any psycho-spiritual connectedness, social connectedness that we can have with our environment is so important for our health and our well-being and everything psychologically. Depression, anxiety, like those can be gone. I would even challenge like manic depressive episodes, bipolar, schizophrenia. If we weren't hiding from our truest reality, and if we weren't, creating these alternate realities and alternate routes and alternate, imaginations of what was our life, then we could, sit there, address things as they come and move on together, and when somebody struggles, we don't point the finger. No more pointing the finger. Let's say F you to the finger, right? Amen. All right. Everyone have a blessed day. Love you all. Rusty, say goodbye. Say goodbye. Bye-bye. Peace out.